What's up, Goob Gang? It's your boy Goob, back with another video today, and as promised, I will be unboxing Wizard Fafnir F5 today. And if you haven't seen my last video, I unboxed Sword Valtryek V5 and battled it against Ace Dragon, so you should check that out if you haven't. But today I will be unboxing and testing Wizard Fafnir F5, and today our goal is to see whether this Beyblade can spin still or not. If you'd like to skip to just the testing, I will have a timestamp up on the screen right now. But if you want to see me unbox the Beyblade first, keep watching. So I got Wizard Fafnir F5. This is from Amazon, like I said before. If you guys want to check these Beyblades out, you can easily find them on Amazon. This one I think was about $10, so pretty much the stock price you'd pay at a store. So really no downfall of buying it from Amazon. Like I said before, I like the packaging of these new Beyblades. I think they're a lot more colorful than the old packaging. On the front you can see Wizard Fafnir F5, and it comes with a ripcord launcher. This is a stamina type, as you can tell by the orange color here. On the back you got the parts and the new stats. Obviously the stats are really whack. There are only two different things that are being shown. I can't remember what these things are called again, the two new stats. They are really irrelevant. They do not prove anything about the Beyblade, if I'm honest. Most of them say 4 and 2. Like literally I think 3 out of the 4 Beyblades I've gotten have said 4 and 2. But I like how they display the parts here. So we got the Yashi chip, which is Fafnir. We have the layer base, which is Wizard, and this is a stamina type, as it says. This is a left spin Beyblade too. This is the ratchet disc, which they changed and got rid of the plastic free spinning piece that is around the original one, and then the new driver, which looks completely different from the original driver, which was Rise. So they completely changed the Rise driver. Instruction manual, ripcord, the launcher, which is pretty much the same as the old launchers, except they changed the design a little bit. And we got the parts. Alright, here are the parts out of the box. So this is Wizard Fafnir, the layer, and it looks really good. The colors are really accurate to the original. Here's the QR code. Unfortunately, this Beyblade is hollowed out, so it's going to be lighter than the original because of how hollow it is. So that really stinks in my opinion, because they already have less weight without the metal, so I really don't like that. And these blue pieces are not rubber. This does not feel anything like rubber. Like, it's literally the same plastic. I think my Geist Fafnir F5, like, this feels a little bit different than this. Like, this has a little more grip to it. This is not grippy at all. This is almost less grippy than this. It's just like straight plastic. I don't know if it's gonna be able to spin steel. Because of that, we're gonna test. Here's the ratchet disc. So like I said before, it doesn't have the free spinning piece, but it still looks pretty nice, and you can put a frame on it. Here is the new Rise driver. Looks nothing like the original, not even close. It kind of reminds me of the Nothing driver actually, except it doesn't have a spring in it, but it really looks like the Nothing driver. I don't know. It's pretty loose. It felt like a little tight in the beginning, but it's mostly loose. Let's get straight to the testing now. All right, we got the vertical drop stadium, got Wizard Fafnir, and my 3 other Rise Beyblades. So we're going to test whether it can spin steel with all these Rise Beyblades. So let's get going. Oh, it's actually pretty easy to hand spin. Okay, that was a fail. It has no rubber, so this might be kind of difficult to do. Absolute fail. Okay. Oh, take it to spin. Hey, it won that. Okay. Let's move on to the next Beyblade. Took a little bit, but not enough. It has the right shape to spin still, just doesn't have the rubber. Taking spin. And there we have it. So it can spin steel against Sword Valkyrie. I almost called it Slash again. It's not reliable. Definitely not reliable. Oh my god, Ace Dragon made contact. Jeez. Rip. There we go. Oh no! It's having a really hard time against Ace Dragon. There we go. It has a little bit of LAD actually. Now that we've tested it with a hand spin, we're going to give it a light launch rather than a hand spin, so it has a little bit more power, but not to the point where it's spinning at the same speed as the opposing Beyblade. So let's try that out. Alright, so it won that. So it definitely has the capability of like spin stealing a little bit, and it has decent LID. Okay, definitely took some spin. And was able to take out another dub there. Ooh, actually did not succeed there. It got knocked off balance. We're gonna move on to the next Beyblade. Whoa, wow, big impacts. And was able to pull it a dub. Let's see. Didn't get close to bursting at all. Didn't move at all. Ooh, not enough there. Not enough impacts for it to regain spin. Maybe I should launch it a little bit harder. Oh, and it burst Ace Dragon. Hand spinning, not as effective as light launching with this Beyblade because it doesn't have rubber, so you can't really have it start at 0 because it needs a little bit of a kick, you know, in order for it to be able to start spin stealing. It's really risky to have it start at 0 when there's no rubber on it to really get it started. Alright, last Beyblade, Sword Valkyrie. Alright, that was a pretty easy dub, I would say. Sword Valkyrie was really close to bursting. And a burst. That was pretty nice. Alright, that was an easy clap, but Sword Valkyrie is like the weakest Rise Beyblade by far right now, based on my like small testing I've done. So that pretty much concludes the testing part of this video. I think my conclusion would be it can spin steal, but it's not really much different from any opposite spin Beyblade battle in which both Beyblades can spin steal. Like if I hard launch this and light launch one of these Beyblades, they're gonna spin steal too. It doesn't have the rubber advantage, which would really help it out. You know, the original Wizard Fafnir has, or any Fafnir for that matter. It works, and it has the right shape to spin steal, and it has a good driver on it. compared to, you know, these other drivers. So it works to an extent. It can, you know, light launching it works, but really not much different from any other Beyblade. I wish that they had given it rubber. That's really my big concern with it. It's one thing to get rid of weight because you're worried that the Beyblades won't, you know, fly around the stadium as much, but like adding rubber onto the Beyblade is not going to change that. So I really do wish they'd given it rubber.